So on the primary grind here, this rolls a little bit right here where I got these Sharpie lines. So what I did was I left more steel there, because when you use this, when you're chopping with this, there's going to be a lot of force coming down right here on this corner. So we've got that to reinforce the primary grind, the strength there. So these are, I'm calling these Carrillo primary grinds. It's going to be my new term that I use for this type of primary grind where it's hollowed out. So this is a Carrillo saber hollow grind is what it is. So essentially anytime you have a knife that comes down, your grind starts here and it goes down, whether you get a 10 degree or 20 degree or 0 degree, you've essentially got a saber grind. So mine are saber hollow grinds. This is what I'm calling a Carrillo grind. So pretty cool, and it's starting to get razor sharp, and we're going to get it ready for differential heat treat. I got to polish and sand up all these mid sections here, and we're going to do some more sand on the blade. Got to drill the holes. So it's coming along nicely. Action. Bit's getting a little dull, so we're going to try a little water on there. That blade locked up in the last one, we pulled the blade off. As soon as the drill bit started getting hot, it needed a little water, it's going to pull them off. We're going to do this multi-function pommel in. We're going to angle that on this side because this goes up against the body. So you always want your tapered side to be towards the person's body, in my opinion anyway. Opinions vary, so. getting it sanded up. I've got finer grit that I'll go down to, but I'm not going to do that now until I get out, until I get it all heat treated. There's no sense in wasting all that time polishing down on the finer grit since we got to heat treat it. We'll do that last. Along that 1/4 inch edge there, just smoothing it up, and it also symmetrically sharpens everything. We got a little convex grind, not convex, yeah, convex, I'll make it convex. Convex. We want that because we need that strength for a chopper. Still going to be able to get razor sharp with that 1/4 inch edge. I'm going to go ahead and I was thinking about lowering that a little bit more. I think I'm going to lower this just a little bit more before I put those serrations in there. So I might as well go ahead and do that now, and I can finish this. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and lower this upper spine section a little bit right here. Just going to lower it just a little bit, and then I've got to do the pommel in. We're going to make a pry-bar out of this. We're going to angle this piece right here. So we'll take a look at that. Coming out really cool. Just so you guys know, finding steel at any company that's the length that you need, like this is a 14.5 inch blade by 2.5 inch wide. It's the width, the 2.5 inch is hard to get a lot of different steels in that width. So I did find some at New Jersey Steel Barons, some 1075. But I've got more of this 9260. But I'm going to make a couple of these in 1075 because I want to kind of test the difference, just see if there's any performance difference. But it's coming out real nice. So once these scales are put on the end, the knife scales, there'll be about 1 inch of this sticking out. This is going to be our multi-function pommel end. So you got multiple functions there for the end. Get a total tracker knife for chopping and cutting. You'll be able to dig dirt with this. I think it's pretty neat. This is super heavy duty, 1/4 inch. When it's all said and done, I'll weigh it, see what it weighs. But you can see I tapered the handle just a little bit. It's coming out really cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pitch these forward just a little bit. So we take the thin blade and we just go from the front back, leaving the back. So we're going to, you know, we're pitching that still a little bit, so that way these serrations will catch for, you know, when you're using to saw through some branches. So I'm going to go inside. I got to go grab my high-powered jeweler's glasses, because when you're doing these, you got to really get down close and you got to really be able to see what you're doing. So I'm going to go grab those.
Hey, she's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at Salsa.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates. But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card, throw her turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checkout. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC.
That industrial tire rubber with the knife scales. Just cutting it right outside of my line and be a little bit wide. Okay. Hey guys, Snowman. Appreciate you stopping by. I'm working on this Alpha Tracker survival knife. This is a wrecking ball. It's going to be a wrecking ball of a tracker survival knife. 1 pound is the weight, and I'm real excited about these. This first one's my prototype. This one is mine. I'm keeping, and what's nice about it is it's like on this first build, doing the grinds and stuff, things that I kind of got off a little bit, or I want to change and perfect, that I know that's just not quite perfect like I like, because I'm pretty much attention to detail with stuff like this. But it's good because on the second one, then I can address those issues that I have with this one. The third one with this knife making, after you get the fourth one, they just get better and better, because you know, it's with anything, you do one, you keep doing them, they just get better. So let's take a look at this. I want to go over it and show you some of the features. Alright guys, so what I've done here is we've got a single piece. Of course, I checked out hundreds of tracker knives. They're a single piece. Almost 99% of them have an integral guard. They don't have like a guard that slides on. But so we've got a single piece. I've tapered my handle just a little bit, and on mine I do what's called a multifunction pommel in. You've got a pry-bar. This is going to be a pry-bar. You can do a window breach on a vehicle, enter or egress, and of course you got point contact. This one is 1 inch width. On all subsequent ones, I'm going to do 1 inch and 1/8 as far as wide, because I feel like it just needs to be a tad bit wider. I've got, this is what's cool, is this rubber tire material that I use for the knife scales. It's very sticky. It's just going to look killer on there. But your index is really nice. It provides an outstanding grip. And then you got that multifunction tool on there for multiple tasks. We've got 1/4 inch holes here. This is what I call a Carrillo grind. If you guys get a time, go check out this knife maker, Dwayne Carrillo. That's where I got this design off of. Deep channel hollow grinds with large secondary cutting edge. This is going to have a convex grind down to razor sharp. 8.5 inch blade, 1/4 inch thick, 2.5 inches wide. You've got serrations on top. The hole can be used, there's different things you can use that for. You can put a 1/2 inch rope through there, do an improvised grappling hook, you know, throw it over a wall. Hopefully you grab a hold of something and get locked in and get over a wall. But you could also use this for like clearing mines. If you're in a situation, you throw your line out there, this is attached to your knife, and you can clear an active mine out there and clear ways, you know, when you're pathfinding through these war zones. Will it ever do that? I don't know. I doubt it. It's just cool to have it. We've got another hole here. This can be used to size your primitive bow, you know, your arrows for a bow, and it's just got the cool factor. I actually got this idea off of the Spitsnaz, Russian Spitsnaz machete knife from World War II. Has exact 2 holes here. So yeah, it's really cool. That Carrillo hollow grind, real aggressive. And I'm going to do some more sanding on it. It's getting ready for heat treatment. We're going to do a normalization on it, differential heat treat, and I'll temper. 9260 spring steel. I've only got so much of this steel. I've got enough to do 4 more knives. This one's going to be mine. I'll be stamped 2024-1 or either 01-2024. But I'm going to get some 1075, and hopefully the 1075. The problem is when you start getting into 2.5 inch width, it's hard to find steel that's 2.5 inches wide, believe it or not. You can find it all day long, 1.5 inch, 2 inches. It's getting the 2.5 inches. So that's pretty much what I wanted to go over. It's just coming out outstanding. It's just going to be totally cool. I'm going to test it. I'm going to do field testing with this, and any type of little improvements, you know, we can do that on the subsequent ones that I'm going to be making. So I'm getting ready to start a couple more. So guys, I appreciate you guys, and any questions or comments are appreciated. anything you want to add, but I think it's going to be an outstanding alpha tracker. Very heavy duty, 1 pound, robust. It's really going to perform. I can already just tell by the way it feels. So I forgot to mention one thing that I wanted to get in this video. When this is all differential heat treated, we're all done with the heat treatments and everything, I'll resharpen it to razor sharp. This is the secondary cutting edge is a convex, and that's going to be for, you know, to perform as a chopper. But this is going to get professionally sandblasted, and then this will have a high heat silica oxide black coating that'll get heat tempered in there. And so that sandblasting really allows that silica ceramic black to attach to it, and it lasts pretty good. So it's not going to just come off. It's not just going to wear off like, you know, if you were to paint this with just like this with a silica ceramic, it's going to wear off pretty fast. But that's what's really cool about that sandblasting procedure that we do on it. So guys, appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one.